A big change is about to happen in Exchange 3. Buckle up guys, because Dahye and Changjin's relationship is about to take a wild turn, and I've got all the juicy details, analysis, and all extra sauce you need to get you going till episode 16 airs. Before I talk about how I reached this conclusion, let's check out the chain of events in episode 15. For context, we need to figure out who invited their exes for this show. Turns out, Changjin invited Yujung to reignite their flame. On the flip side, Dahye invited her ex Dongjin as well, because she wants him back. But Dongjin says he agreed to be on the show so he could help her get over him quickly. This means Changjin and Dahye have a mutual understanding that they were both in the same situation and wanted the same outcome, which is to both be reunited with their exes. There was a night they both chatted till 6 in the morning.
얘기해보고 싶지 않아요? 얘기해봤어요? 해보긴 해봤어.
안 해봤어.
진짜로? 근데 안 해보고 싶어요?
해보고 싶은데
안 할 것 같아서.
그냥 그게 쉽진 않을 것 같긴 해.
During their car ride the next day, based on their discussion, Changjin mentioned that Dahye must have had a lot of pent-up emotions due to their overnight conversation. This means they bonded over their shared emotional baggage that night. It's like they found solace in each other's pain, forming a strong platonic bond that transcended their shared experiences, similar circumstances, and pain. However, while she is wondering how to appeal to her ex and get him back, Dongjin had caught some serious romantic feelings for Haewon, while Yujung's feelings for Jowon had also been growing faster than bamboo in a rainforest since day one. But there's about to be a shift because something happened to them in episode 15. First, let's talk about Dahye and Dongjin. Dahye didn't know that Haewon and Dongjin were a thing. Actually, she didn't even realize how close they've gotten. She was even trying to encourage Jung-eun during her first date with her ex not to worry too much about her. Little did she know that the sparks were flying elsewhere. Then, when the ladies were told to pick a date for their exes, she chooses Jung-eun thinking they both connected in some way, oblivious to the brewing romance between Haewon and Dongjin. But when she got home from her friendship date with Changjin, she couldn't ignore the vibes between her ex and Haewon after they returned from their date. Everyone saw that they both seemed different, and Dahye made a heartbreaking confession in her interview, that Haewon looks better with Dongjin, that she wasn't adequate enough for him. This was the saddest moment for me since I started this show. She came into that show broken. I hope she believes more now in herself and loves herself more. The truth is that Dahye has dated Dongjin for so long that she sees him as a part of her life. It's very difficult to shift gears from the familiar to the unknown. It can feel like stepping into uncharted territory, especially for those who've grown attached. Spending over a decade with someone, whether it's been smooth sailing or rocky terrain, makes breaking away a tough call. I am not saying this is right, I am only saying it happens. Therefore, because she is so attached to him and she believed she could win him back, she could not accept how irritable Dongjin finds her, or how much he wants to get out of their relationship. But what brought her some form of clarity was when he entered the house with Haewon after their date. The reality hit her like a ton of bricks when Dongjin walked in with Haewon, their laughter filling the air with both of them twirling, rolling, and giggling in their seats from shyness. Seeing them together made Dahye realize things might not go as planned. Also, she had a conversation with Dongjin about why she picked Jung-eun. He seemed pretty mad at her, and because by that time she was knowledgeable about what was going on, she asked him if he would have preferred her choosing Haewon for him, to which he replied it doesn't matter. He also affirmed to her that he didn't want to get back with her because he wanted to stop hurting her feelings. These moments marked a turning point for Dahye. She realized her hold on Dongjin was slipping. The events of that day hit her back to some harsh reality, at least to some certain extent. I believe these are all the key events that will cause a major shift in the coming episodes for Dahye. Because she will begin to reassess her situation. Remember, during the fold-a-finger game, she said she will not fight to get her ex back if he finds love in someone new. Guys, I believe Dahe's journey will take a new direction from here. She's about to start navigating the waters of change and self-discovery and a new kind of love. Next is Changjin, who also had a very important conversation with his ex Yoo-jung. During the conversation, Dahe happened to hear everything they discussed since she had to be there to cook for her ex. Changjin didn't care about pouring his heart out to his ex in Dahe's presence, because Dahe is his confidant, and at that time he had no romantic interest in her. However, another big blow happened right there at that dinner table. Yoo-jung was about to leave, then he told her to wait for 5 more minutes. Yoo-jung then sits back down, so he asks her if she had feelings for Joo-won. Yoo-jung, without hesitation, tells him yes. This was the first time since this show started that I developed mad respect for Yoo-jung because I'm seeing her in a whole new light. I mean, she even picked the date her ex wanted when 90% of the ladies didn't. She's made a lot of really cool moves since the show started, and her decisions that day show she's a woman who knows what she wants, how she wants it without confusing anyone. I have been super suspicious of her since this show started because of how quick her feelings for Joo-won were, but after confidently saying that to Changjin, "Give her a crown, guys, she deserves it, y'all. She's a true queen." Now back to my analysis. When Yoo-jung dropped the bombshell about her feelings for Joo-won, Changjin didn't waste a second. He got up immediately and said, "Let's go."
나 궁금하다. 좋아하는 감정이 있어? 너무 좋다.
There was no need to sit with her for 5 minutes after getting that confirmation. That was the moment he knew he had to open up his heart, at least give someone else a chance. So in episode 15, both Changjin and Dahe hit a moment of epiphany where they realized their experience on the show would be a waste if they didn't give each other a chance. So, brace yourselves, guys. I believe starting from episode 16, some serious sparks will be ignited. Most lasting relationships stem from this kind of friendship they're building. So, I'm expecting new sparks and romantic interest developments between Dahe and Changjin in upcoming episodes. I'm not one to put too much of my predictions on previews since they are usually misleading, but for this one, when Dahe said something was different and that she didn't want to go home, I believed it. Some major shifts are about to happen, folks, and I hope you all are ready for it. I believe things are about to get interesting. What do you think? Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe if you want more content like this. Bye.